I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I'd hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember, I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember. When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I'd hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer.
Yo Zers, what up? Welcome back to Julia Z. And well, so today we're doing Shadowland. I'm just making sure that you can actually hear me. So we're actually changing things quite a bit. So we're doing them a bit different. Sadly, because the annoying boom arm decided to actually break. So there's like this screw that it screws on, so it actually stays upright, or however you want to position it. But because that screw is a bit consumed, I just have a lot of stuff right here, and I maybe bump it around, or especially now that I've actually changed the layout of the room, it's actually even worse. It's been even worse for it, and yes, it ended up just getting completely consumed. It doesn't actually stay in position. So I got the normal stand for the mic. It's right there on the desk, so I just really hope it can be heard. I increased the volume to the max, and then I'm using an NVIDIA broadcast just to remove all the noise. I'm actually not even using headphones at the moment, so let me know if there's anything that sucks, sound wise. Our video, I think I have kind of improved it because the colors were not the same from what I used to see here and what you guys see on the actual stream. So that should be a bit better. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure I did actually tier 4 Better Bill. I think I will not actually go for the chests to, hopefully get a CDP. I think I will actually wait even longer, see what people are getting, and if they're even getting anything. If anything changes, sure, I will go ahead and maybe go for it. But yeah, it really sucked getting or hoping for the smallest amount of tier 4 materials just so I can actually get Better Build tier 4. Yeah, basically it was just down to the wire. Maybe I wouldn't have been able to actually tier 4 him today if it wasn't for the amount of carbonadium that I got from World Boss, which was very helpful. Even though it was null, it did still drop quite a lot of carbonadium. And apart from that, if it wasn't for the ranked battle that they actually started for Shalabal, which actually allowed me to get 100 soul, which I needed about like 90, I think. I was gonna be out of like 90 soul to be able to actually tier 4 him. Now, later on, now once I was done with Otherworld Battle, I also got enough to be able to make a purchase in there, so that still would have allowed me to tier 4 better build today, but still, it just really sucked. I could have actually tier 4'd him a bit earlier, maybe just a day or two. Most likely just a day, but still. Yeah, I really don't know. I think the pool of like, I guess, research or like testing that has been done is not like conclusive yet to let me know that yes, you will get CDPs quite often, something like that. I mean, I did open like 3 chests, I think, on my own, and then I also, well, not 3 chests, I did like 3 10 pulls from my own account, and then I did like a couple maybe from my friend's account, since I was actually clearing Shadowland for him. But yeah, like basically, I really don't know. It's been fine the way I've done it, and I think like going for random chances just doesn't help at all. Otherwise, I would have just gone for the CDP chest instead of going for like just random drops. There we go. So basically, I'm really sorry. I know that I'm actually streaming at like almost 4 a.m. for me, let alone for you guys. I mean, for Ron, it might be just fine, but I think he's at work. So welcome, Ron. By the way, I forgot to say that I already read your message. You know, as soon as as soon as you actually messaged, while I was even setting up the stream. But I kind of got caught up on the whole explanation. Yeah, I really hope the audio is fine. I think you're still hearing the music as well. I don't. I'm at home, bro. That's awesome, actually. You're not at work. Cool, cool. Did you have the surgery, by the way, or not yet? But in the meantime, I was gonna say that the reason why I'm actually streaming this late is because it's Friday, or it's gonna be Friday today, and right after work I will go and pick up the car from my parents' house, and we'll go to a different city, like to my fiance's family house, for the weekend. So I wouldn't really have a lot of time to actually stream otherwise. October 3rd. Okay, that's okay. That's quite a long way away, I guess. But yeah, okay. I'll try to remember it. How's the audio, by the way? I was afraid that we're gonna have issues with like it picking up like fan sound. It might still be doing that, but at the moment the fans are not very loud. Depending on what I play, though, in some other cases it might actually get loud. So I hope it's not gonna be a problem. We're not gonna have the really nice effect of me getting really close to the mic and it sounding really cool. Maybe that actually sucked. I really don't know. I liked it myself, but yeah, sadly, like that boom arm is just gone. Not like entirely, but maybe if I can get like new threads or whatever they're called, maybe even like very long ones, so I can really tighten it like till the end. That could be helpful. But you're saying it's all good, so okay, that's good to hear. I from last week, I don't think we had any like major changes. I mean, obviously, tier 4 and better built is a major change, but what I'm actually talking about is like changes that would like affect the order in which I clear the floors, especially like the first 35 floors. That's like the most important part. That's the one that I actually have to change stuff manually in. But apart from that, yeah, we really didn't actually have anything else that changed. Obviously, I'm working on Emma right after. I haven't actually touched her gears, sadly, because Carbonadium is what I was actually missing, even though I got quite a lot of soul from Otherworld Battle. That doesn't allow me to do anything. I did max out her skills, and I'm actually at like 700 something life seed, so I'm thinking maybe I am gonna actually stop upgrading Doctor Strange's like special gear, because like that has been very expensive. I will see what I get once I actually finally unlock like 160, because it's stuck there and I have to unlock it with like demigod or whatever they're called. What, godstones? Sorry, not demigod. Godstones. It's just very bad RNG apparently there. Like up to that point, I just not had any issues, but that just ate all my godstones, and it's still, pretty much consuming everything else. Once I unlock that, if I see that it doesn't require life seed, then I will continue and level it up even further, up to like 200. If I see that it doesn't actually, or if I see that it does actually require life seed, it really would suck, because I don't really have a lot of it. Because of that, like because of the fact that I was upgrading his gear, that's the reason why I was like why I'm low on life seed. But yeah, we're continuing as planned. Emma is gonna get her tier 4 next. I actually ended up getting like a CDP of refinement, I think, from Cosmic Core, like from the first day. I was just joking with my friend, like, because obviously he knows it's a bad one, and we were joking, like, oh my god, look at what I got. Like, if you would have gotten this, you would be able to do so much on your account. But yeah, and then he actually ends up getting a CDP of Judgment there, so he actually is getting something good. So I'm obviously very jealous because of the fact that he does have a judgment on Human Torch already, and he gets another one, which, in the end, obviously I'm happy about, of course, but it's just pretty annoying that it's been so long since I last got a judgment or a rage or whatever it might be. By the way, just a quick question. Like, how is this? Like, when I'm speaking away from the mic, usually it's supposed to like reject sound, but I don't think it works in the sense that it rejects sound unless it's coming directly at it. I think it rejects sound that's coming from like behind. Obviously, not everything, but it tries its best to reject as much audio as possible from like the sides and from behind. Maybe it could be a good idea to actually put it on this side so it rejects fan noise, but I think that's very stupid because the camera is on this side. So, but yeah. Either way, though, I'm hoping it's all good. You're saying it's good, so I'm really happy about that. We're gonna go with pretty much the same characters we've used last time. As I said, the only thing that's gonna change is we're gonna just reuse battery build, not battle real. But I don't know what I was gonna actually say. I don't know where I was going with that, but it wasn't sounding very smart. But yeah, I think the only one we need to use is gonna be Battery Bill. Apart from him, I really am not sure. I don't even remember who I reused last time. I might have skipped reusing Invisible Woman and the Thing, so maybe I will do that. Maybe that's who I will reuse this week. So most likely Invisible Woman, because obviously one of them has to be Battery Bill, so the other, I would think it's better to go with Invisible Woman instead of the Thing, just because we all know he's crap. But yeah, I was very upset with Mr. Ridger's, not Mr. Ridger's, what, Mr. Fantastic's performance on like Alliance Battle Legend. It took so long to even like reach 2 million, and in the meantime I am able to like get a pretty decent score with Moon Knight, so it just really sucks. Again, I didn't really get a good answer, like, or maybe I did, right, but I'm not sure if I already got like a proper answer about like if he actually is that bad, because I really wanted to know if it was going to be worth actually even going for, like, I don't know, like worth trying any further, like if there was any rotation that I wasn't really actually using, or if there was anything that I was doing wrong. But yeah, it really sucks that I gave him a rage when I could have actually equipped it somewhere else. But yeah, what can you do? I ended up giving it to Mr. Fantastic, and he just really sucks. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead now. We're gonna go with Dr. Octopus. Sure. Can't wait for the next update. I just I keep like being impatient just because of the fact that like we've started to mostly, not every time, but mostly get like quite a lot of tier 4s in one go. This one has been very fun, obviously, the mid-month where we got like 3 tier 4s back to back to back, like, you know, well, not back to back, but like right at the same time with the same mini update. Um, that was very cool, and it has definitely dropped the amount of like the amount of tier 3s I still have to use on Shadowland. Just hoping it's gonna keep doing that till we're just pretty much done. Then I can worry about like using more and more tier 4s for the whole Shadowland clear, which definitely will take a really long time. Obviously, I can't tier 4 a lot of people, um, you know, a lot of people very quick. So definitely that's gonna take a while. And I'm sure obviously by the time I'm done with that, we will for sure have received like tier 5 or whatever that would be. Maybe even the game would have died. You never know. Something that's been going on is like Battlefield 6 is gonna release soon. So they had an open beta, which is like actually this weekend and the next one. There's like a couple of days where people can actually watch like live streams on Twitch, as long as you do that for like half an hour. In my case, it's been longer than that, but like if you just keep it in the background, you'll reach that reward or whatever. So they give you like a code that you could put in so you can actually get to the early access stuff and actually play. There's some good and some bad about the game. So a few good things that I noticed, and mostly it's gonna be bad because, to be honest, I didn't really get to play much. But even the amount that I did get to try, I was able to like really quickly pick up on what I didn't like. So, few things that I did like. It doesn't actually launch. It doesn't really take too long to launch. It doesn't have a lot of different weird launchers like Call of Duty does. So Call of Duty has this weird thing where you can get like I don't know if it's like Activision or something weird, and then from there you can download Call of Duty, and then Call of Duty is its own launcher because Call of Duty has a few different modes, right? You have zombie mode, you have Warzone, you have like multiplayer and stuff. But the way they've done it is that you actually get a launcher, and then from the launcher you can choose which mode you will play, and then it has to close that launcher, open a game instance again, and that can take a while. And if there's like an update available, or well, an update that is going to actually perform, you actually have to wait for it to kick you out, start all over again, and it's just a lot of steps to just play a game. In the meantime, Battlefield is actually very easy to get to. You just launch the game, that's pretty much it. It doesn't take super long. There is a splash screen that stays there for a bit, but not super long at least. At least that's good. But yeah, it's very quick. If the one that really surprised me is when you actually go like from that main page, like just to train, because that's all I could do at first. I didn't realize I needed like some sort of early access code. I was just like getting confused of how do I even start a game mode or a game. And you could still go to training mode, so you can go to like the fire range, and like as soon as you click it, you're right there. It doesn't load, it doesn't do anything like that. It's already loaded, or it's just super quick at loading it. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but like that was very cool to see. Um, Compared to Battlefield 1, because that's the one we play the most when we play it, the way you start game modes is very easy. You don't actually have a lot of choices about like servers that you can connect to, but it's still pretty quick. It's not had any issues. Maybe over time, or maybe it already has them, but I don't know how to actually get to that point. That's fine. It doesn't matter as long as it's easy to get in the game. That's pretty good. Something that sucked was the fact that I think like their what is it, like not domination but conquest game mode was down, so it just keeps loading, and I was like, okay, maybe it's just because it's a new game and it's very heavy, it needs to load for a long time. That was just actually an actual issue, so it's because it was down and it just kept loading forever. So I went for domination, and on domination the maps are very small, so it's more of like the really fast-paced multiplayer kind of game mode, like with Call of Duty. And you do get quite a lot of like Call of Duty vibes. It's definitely fast-paced in that game mode. At least I didn't get to play the rest because I just tested one game or two before I started the stream. I should have started just even earlier, but that's what I was doing instead of actually streaming. So yay me and yay my sleep. But so other downsides, quite a lot of them actually, as I said. I don't like when it feels like I'm playing Call of Duty, to be honest, especially with Battlefield, but I'm pretty sure with Conquest it would be a completely different beast. That's where like Battlefield is very famous about, or what it's very famous about. So I'm just like hoping that, you know, I may be wrong, or like I'll be proven wrong, whatever it is. I'm just happy if that happens. But it just really, again, it just really sucks whenever you have this kind of experiences. And like, what else did I hate? Actually, I don't know what else I hated. But I knew you was a slacker. Yeah, you were right, actually. That was on point. But yeah, I mean, it definitely will depend. I don't know if it's going to be easy to actually play with my friends, with like my brother-in-law and the rest of the guys, because we usually play together. I noticed that it ran like crap as well. At first, it was just even worse than normal because I had the emulator running and I like didn't realize that it was gonna affect it that much. Usually, it doesn't affect me in games that much, but it was very noticeable here. But it's still like, even with removing the emulator, it still didn't run very well. Like, if you obviously lowered the settings, that's fine. But again, like, this is a 3080, it's not a bad card. Still, if you drop the settings, that was fine. The only reason I actually even, or like the only thing that actually tipped me off that it was because of the emulator, it was because like I was seeing like crappy FPS, but I was also noticing that it wasn't really being used in full, like the GPU. So I was like, very interesting. How about I check out what's going on? I was like, maybe the emulator. But yeah, we'll have to see if we can play together, if we can figure that out, and if it's doable at the moment with the open beta. It would really be nice to actually test it out, see if we can maybe go to Conquest, maybe like in the next couple of days. Maybe it's just down for now. If it's just not available at all throughout the open beta, that would really suck, because that's very like Battlefield-ish as game mode. I'll go with Taskmaster here, just since it's combat. Why not? It's not required, but again, it's a benefit to use a combat type. I don't know, I didn't really like it too much. It just really rubs me the wrong way when, even after those like graphics changes or like settings changes, I still have to like suffer sometimes when I'm actually in the heat of the moment. When there's someone right in front of me, I get like lag. That really sucks. But yeah, I still am not actually gonna upgrade my GPU for that crap. I definitely want to actually get a guitar instead, the black and gold one. I've noticed I've actually gotten quite good. Obviously, well, not good, but maybe much better than what I used to be. Because lately, like, not lately, I mean like just yesterday, I actually got quite a lot of DLCs, or like different songs for Rocksmith, and stuff that I was missing, like Avenged songs, some official ones that, you know, you have to buy. and I just pretty much ended up noticing that like when I was trying to play Nightmare, I didn't have a lot of issues like following the song. Obviously, like the solo is a different beast, but I still could kind of tackle that by going in slow motion or whatever, because you have those settings on Rocksmith. And obviously, it's still very difficult, but I can actually kind of keep up. And that's like the thing that kind of like got me to realize that, you know what, maybe I am getting better. And yes, this guitar is very amazing. I don't know if you remember, at some point I did mention that I changed the strings, but I was very like confused and annoyed that they were kind of very stiff. Like when I was trying to do bends and stuff like that, it was very annoying. Um, even though it was the same size, right? But it's still obviously from brand to brand, it's gonna have different materials, maybe, and that's what was affecting it. At least that's what a friend actually suggested, so it kind of makes sense. But I changed them again a day ago or 2 days ago because one of them broke. Those ones were even like expensive, and they were like different again. So like I don't know what was happening. Maybe those expensive ones are just like very like thick, and that's why I had to change my guitar setup, which really sucks in these kind of guitars. It's very annoying. Um, but yeah, the ones that I got yesterday randomly turned out to be pretty much very similar, or maybe like exactly the same uh, tension with the ones that I actually had when I bought the guitar. So when it came through like the mail, it had those specific, not those specific strings, but strings that would behave the same way. So the guitar just sounds much better. It's easier to play. And somehow, I mean it does sound much better. Like even like performing all the weird dive bombs or just the weird wee wows, like with the whammy bars, with the whammy bar, they just like are much louder or easier to actually pull off. Because with the other strings, they were like, maybe it's because they were stiff, like it wouldn't stay on sounding for too long. It would just cut out the sound much earlier. I don't know, but yeah, very happy about like the change, and it's been very cool. I've been very excited to play. Obviously, new strings always do that, but like these ones have been much better than the last two couple string packs that I've used. Really sucks. You guys in the US do get Ernie balls. Here, we don't actually have that. Well, I have seen them once, and I have actually ended up like putting them on the acoustic that I have, and like I've noticed that they actually did last quite a lot, like quite a long time, and that's why I wanted to get them again. Plus, usually Sinister Gates does use Ernie balls, maybe not these ones, maybe some other ones that are actually like much more expensive. Obviously, I wouldn't really go for them. Because they're supposed to like last longer, but like I mean, no matter what, it's gonna sound bad after a while, so you do want to change them. But yeah, like if I could get those Ernie Ball strings, they would be very cool. They would work really well for this guitar. But oh well, if he can keep getting these strings or the same exact model or from the same brand, it's gonna be fine. I'm actually gonna message him and be like, you know, because he did tell me like, you know, it's been very hard to like get strings at this point because I've changed like my distributor or whatever, and he was like, just remind me if you can so that I can. I don't know what he wanted me to remind him about, but it was about strings. I don't know if he needed to like contact somebody or do something to check, but I will remember to let him know, and I will definitely let him know that I do like these strings as well. So if he is able to get these ones, hopefully he can still do so. But yeah, we've been pushing through quite fast. I really hope you can still hear the music, like the piano music. Yeah, you can. It's just lowered in volume. I'll try to. I did raise it a little bit just so I can hear it, because I've lowered it much more than the other song. Perfect. Villain. Great. The raise is still in talks, so we will have to see. Just yesterday, like, well, technically today, right? I haven't slept yet, but like, just today, while I was, so that was done. As soon as I was done at work, that's when I actually got that document done. So I actually received a document just to kind of like show my performance or like what I've done up to this point and stuff. Probably like very standard for the US as well. I just haven't done that before. So it took me a while to actually fill it out, and I was preparing a document where I listed everything that I had done, um, which I may or may not show depending on whether it's allowed or even necessary. But it would really help out, since it definitely felt at some point like that he felt like I wasn't really doing much. But obviously, I get it. It's not really type of work that you really notice unless stuff goes bad. But this document thing has been kind of a good thing, because obviously, since he doesn't understand that, I can actually list out whatever I've done and stuff like that, and what achievements I've reached, and what I want to do in the future as well, and stuff like that. And I can actually get that to the woman that has been helping. So the woman that's kind of like on top of me in a sense, like managing me. So he can get an opinion from her, and that way I don't actually have to prove him that I'm doing stuff. She will understand, while he might not understand what I was about to show him. So that kind of helps me. And I'm just hoping that this doesn't take too long, though, because she might actually kind of put it off. I'm gonna try to maybe remind her tomorrow. But yeah, like if she can actually get it completed, we might have to do like a meeting as well next week and stuff like that, which really sucks, because it's just still gonna delay stuff even further. My hope was to actually maybe get that raise to apply this month. I know that the month has started and we're like getting to like a third of it being done. But if I can get that to apply this month, it would be really good, because definitely it would technically be 6 months for me. So yeah, it technically should be getting a raise, but it really depends. It's up to them. They can actually apply it when they apply it for everybody else, because they do get like performance reviews the month after or whatever. So that might also end up happening. But just as long as I can maybe get the amount that I want to get, I'm gonna be happy. So yeah. Yeah, it's taken quite a long time, and it's just been very stressful. I ended up getting quite a lot of songs like from Rammstein, quite a few from Hailstorm. There's a couple from him, like Wings of a Butterfly, which is like very beautiful. There's a song that I used to love when I'm not gonna say a kid, but basically yes, when I was in high school. I think it might have been like first year or something. Because that's when I actually got into anime and stuff, and that's when I would maybe sometimes listen to like AMVs, or watch AMVs, which is like anime music videos. Um, and there was this song from like 6 a.m. called "Life Is Beautiful." I think it's a cover or whatever. Either a cover, or they just have two versions. One's that's slow and one's that faster. But yeah, it's such a beautiful song, and just being able to like learn that as well is just super cool. So like I've been just super happy about like just playing guitar the whole time, or as much as I can at least. Here, let's just go with Loki, since they reflect the physical attacks. And he was just like combat, mainly just because he was combat and Loki is universal, so he is gonna have an advantage. That's the only reason why I did it. And it's gonna be super easy. It's just a one shot. It's awesome. Again, I don't know if you remember, like I always say whenever I change my cards, I always say like, oh, it feels like I'm doing worse, or like definitely I always have that feeling, and it's kind of annoying. But and I had it this time as well, of course. Def like for sure. Um, so I still don't know if I'm doing better or worse with these cards. It definitely feels like I'm doing much better, which is like the only time where I've realized that much faster than before. And I will mention why I think that I've been doing better. So technically, it does feel kind of weaker. That might be just because of a lot of characters' setups changing, and I haven't changed them. So like, definitely missing a lot of dodge on pretty much every character right now. Um, so that might be affecting a lot of the characters. But something that kind of gave it away that I am actually doing better is whenever I'm doing Alliance Battle, like ABX specifically, I've noticed that I can reach like 10 million gold in most cases, like most of the days, uh, before like the first 2 minutes are over. So either right when 2 minutes are over, or like just 10 seconds earlier or whatever. So I'm not sure. I might be just like overthinking it, or because again, I have not really noted down like what my scores used to be. I really don't know if I'm improving. I still see that I'm behind you guys, obviously, so still sucks. But I don't know if I'm still behind with like the same score, or if the score has increased quite a bit. I really have no clue. But that's the only thing that I've definitely noticed is the Alliance Battle Extreme stuff. That's like been the most like telltale sign for me. Which again, I still just cannot confirm. That's the problem. I still just cannot confirm it at all, because it might just be my imagination. Maybe I was already getting 10 million by the first maybe a minute and a half, maybe even like faster than what I'm doing now. So I really don't know, but I'm just gonna keep myself with like this hope slash, I don't know, like this lie that yeah, you're doing better actually. Technically, don't worry, you're actually doing better. Don't worry at all. Let me do a couple of things that I remembered to check, by the way, because I almost forgot. What? Not enough? I thought I saw something. Guardians of the Galaxy or whatever. Oh, I tier 4 Battery Bill. Wait, is Battery Bill? Yeah, okay. Nice. Okay. Let's see. This applies to Guardians of the Galaxy. Do we want to increase their physical attacks? Do we want to increase their energy attacks, or all element damage? Now, that's very tricky because obviously this is energy, right? Mostly. This is physical, mostly. Physical here, physical here. Energy, 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 right? And only a few are element type characters, right? So I don't know. You have maybe Mantis. She has mind damage. You have Battery Bill, and that's pretty much it. So I think just for the sheer amount of like tier 4s that I have, and that I can have, it still would be a win towards like energy damage. So I think I will go and increase that. Plus, technically, and I don't mean just increase that. I'm going to increase them all, but like I'm going to apply the energy damage. And technically, I think I have more like physical attack than I have energy damage on my cards anyway. So yeah, I don't know, but this is what I'm going with, I guess. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Sorry. Let's see. Can we upgrade? No, still don't have enough tokens. Okay, that's fine. We'll go and check cards. Let's see card effects. Yeah, I still have more physical attack than I have energy, right? So it's fair. let's go ahead here. Did I actually do the thing for today? I think I've done the missions for today. Yeah, I did. That's for sure. But I've not claimed the rewards apparently. Now, something else I wanted to do was, first of all, let's go on story mode. Let's claim the rewards. Last time we forgot to do it, so I just ended up claiming them myself, but I didn't get anything, so don't worry, you didn't miss out. We're not going to open a lot of chests, apparently like about 24, I think. And trash luck, of course. Why would we have good luck, huh? And it's nothing. Okay. I can't even see the drop rate for like the items with the chest. I didn't check, sadly. Wait, craft chest maybe? Oh yeah, here. What's like the drop rate though? Oh, it's very low. Well, it's just a bit lower than on Shadowland. So that's why I feel like this is just super stupid. Like you have a higher chance of dropping a CDP or getting a CDP on World Boss chests. But again, obviously that gets impacted by the fact that those are rare for them to drop in general. But yeah, still, I feel like it's a waste. So that's why I'm not going with it. Now we might be able to actually like work on a lot of these swords. So I'll go with like. Wait, what? I think that's like the most I can carry on my inventory. So let's just go with this amount. I just gotta make sure I don't stop it. I gotta let it keep going. Okay, because I've done that before. I've stopped it before. Not very smart. But let's hope we get a sword today. Well, tonight. Okay, I think it's done. We have like 59 of them. See if we get anything good. Nothing from here. Okay, I saw a couple. No, there's actually way more than a couple here. We have 13 to get to 3 stones. Okay, few still survived. 3 of them, to be precise. 1 survived. Okay, let's see. Can we get lucky with a green? Can we get lucky with a green? No bulk enchant. I need to make some space here. I'm gonna move the chat a little bit. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's try the green. And it's gone. Oh well. I'm not gonna work. Like I'm not gonna bother saving it for like a rune of return. I would only do that if it's like the last stone, so it can go screw itself. You know, I'm dismantling this. And we can give it another try with like 50 of them. Yeah, 50 should be fine. Let's go with 70. Okay. Let's see how we get with this new batch. I'm sure we're not gonna get super lucky, so whatever. But since I have all those materials, why not? 24 of them, not a lot, to be honest. Like it felt much better when I was working with 188 swords, you know. That was very cool. No more, my friending. Let's see what we get now. Okay, couple survived. Let's see if we can get a go with max. Let's see if we can get maybe one of them to survive. Nope, they are both gone, and that was pretty much it. I'm not gonna try any longer. I'll just save the rest so that we can try it next time, I guess. Now, technically, I could have been smarter and still gone and tried to get a green stone, not with like not with a higher chance rune, but just whatever. And if I would get a green one, I could still equip it, and I would still get a little bit more attack. But I think it's just not really worth the trouble. I'll just do it whenever I get like a 6-star sword, so it's fine. But yeah, I don't know, like if any of you guys actually had any idea, like if Ron, you remember like how low you would usually be on the alliance ranks, maybe that would help. But we'll see. We'll see. especially with this new week, since my cards changed mid-week or mid-season. Maybe that's what was causing me to still be lower in the rankings. I think I might have ended up at like rank 4 or something like that. Can I still see it? That's the most annoying part. You couldn't actually see like your previous rank. That's the annoying part. You don't really see it anywhere, as far as I know, at least. Yeah, I don't really see it anywhere. Whatever. I'm not gonna do it now though, so don't worry. I didn't check. Okay. Okay, that's good. I was worried that I had like a day where like I actually did need the dimension rifts and I didn't need to clear them, but no, thankfully no. Let's claim everything from here. That's done. See what we have here. Let's just do a free refresh. And yeah, let's get the hidden tickets. I'm not really doing dimension missions anymore, so I'm just buying these for no reason. But whatever, it's not really going to cost me a lot, so I'll still keep doing it. Now, we're going to go ahead and continue with Shadowland. I think I might be able to like to make some purchase like even today, because I should get enough to do to get one piece of tier 4 materials or one batch of tier 4 materials this clear, and then the other one on next week's clear maybe. But yeah, as I said, I'm going for tier 4 materials. I don't care. What I might do is I'm gonna get all the tier 4 materials. I'm gonna keep gathering tokens so I have enough to get the next seasons or like next month's tier 4 materials. And if I have any abundance or any amount over that number, then I could apply that into maybe going for a chest one, like a 10 pull for chests once in a while. Like maybe I could concede that. There we go. Black Panther is done. With that clear. Right, so here it's Rumble. Nope. Perfect. Combat types have an advantage. We're going to go and do this with Punisher. If I can finish fast enough, I should be able to just clean their leader really quick and still get a good amount of sleep. A decent amount of sleep. Not a good one. Like I've had a long amount of time of just missing out on sleep. I've really messed up my sleep quite a bit in the schedule, and it mainly probably started when I started to stream some Battlefield stuff. Haven't done that in quite a while, sadly. Like this week, I think I might have just done it once, if I even did. But that's because like I haven't really noticed them playing lately. They've been pretty busy, I think. But apart from that, I guess I also like just wanted to play guitar instead in a lot of those cases. There we go with the villain floor now. Bulk, sure. It's gonna suck every time I'm changing strings. I'm not here. Like basically, last time I changed the strings of the guitar, and I actually got like very expensive ones. We went basically to the same place, but that's because we went there for like a week, so we could actually go to the beach. But yeah, imagine that I just spent like $20 something and bought a set of strings and restringed the guitar, and I had to set it up because it changed the setup. It was very annoying. And then as soon as I'm done with that and the guitar sounds really good because it's new strings, I have to leave it here. But I didn't do that. I actually brought it with me last time. I'm not going to do that same thing this time though. It's just not worth it for like 2 days. But it just really sucks when the strings are like super new. They sound really good. But oh well, that's my luck. I keep getting that kind of luck every time. There we go. Turns out I did actually catch that keyboard, not on sale, but I found it being sold, or at least I was patient enough to not actually let my sister order it immediately, but I told her, let's just wait and see. And turns out the same listing actually listed the tactile version as well one day, and I was like, oh shit, it's there. So I was like, if you're planning on getting it, now's the time. It's actually available. And she did just double check. It was like, are you sure you're buying a $300 keyboard, or do you want me to just give you that money? I was like, no, buy me the keyboard. I can't find that keyboard anywhere here, and it's just, even if I did, it would be like, I don't know, like almost 400 in Albanian lek, which would be maybe $450. So it just really sucks to live here, bro. It just really sucks. Oh man. Let's keep going though. There's not much we can there's not much we can do about it. We're gonna continue with War Machine now. I just really hope that raise thing happens and I can maybe kind of like try to recuperate a little bit. It's been very like stressful this past pretty much half a year. I don't know how I've done it, man. I just kept trying to sell most of my shit. Alright. That's good. Let's keep going. So Rumble, no thank you. Relay mode, speed type 7 advantage. So we'll go here and choose Hawkeye. Nice. Should be an easy clear. Again, Twitch is doing its thing. I really don't know what broke with this plugin. And I'm really sorry to everybody who might be on Twitch, but really sucks to be you right now. I know. Just try to go on YouTube if you get the chance. The YouTube version is just much better, and I can actually stream at like 2K, which for a while my screens were not even 2K. I just kept like upscaling it to 2K because like YouTube actually gives you a nicer bitrate when you're going at 2K or above. At 1080p, the bitrate is super bad, and you get like, and you might still get those effects even with 2K, but like mostly it's much better. You get these very blurred up image, especially if there's a lot of stuff happening on the screen. That's not even my fault. Like it would look fine on my screen. But whenever like you would see the stream, it would just be very blurry, and it just really sucks when it happens, when it's like super important that you do see what's going on. So yeah, turns out I don't know how I even like figure that out, but at some point I did figure out that yes, you can still actually stream at 2K, 60 FPS, and it's gonna be low latency, not ultra low latency, but still low latency. Very low, and low enough for us to actually be able to hold a conversation super easy. And the YouTube actually would give you a proper bitrate, and the video wouldn't actually get super blurry most of the time, even though like it looks just fine on my end. But yeah, now I do have like a 4K like TV, so it's not like I'm not at 2K, but still I'm not streaming at 4K because it's just not necessary, and at the same time it's not low latency, so we would have quite a bit of latency when I would stream, so it wouldn't really make sense. But yeah, this works, so why bother fixing it if it's not really broken? Good to go. We are going to use Ghost Rider here. Usually I do use him on the floors which require fire damage, or not really require, but like have more damage if you're using a fire ability character. We did get that floor, but I ended up just using Star-Lord there because it was like very early on anyway. And usually I don't care, but like, I don't know. My brain was like, okay, let's just use whoever's next instead. There we go. Flame attacks won't work. Let's just go with Daredevil, even though he's mostly not gonna be at an advantage. Like at best, he's gonna just do pure damage, and then later on, is just gonna actually have a disadvantage. but it's fine either way. Look at his damage, bro. Obviously, it doesn't help that they have like the wrong typing for him. Obviously, that doesn't help, but still, it just really sucks to see it. My boy is tier 4 now. I actually put Emma as his striker, just because, to be honest. Oh crap! Sorry, we need to use heroes. I'll just use Spider-Man anyway. It's fine. We're gonna have a disadvantage plus our passive, which gives us higher damage to villains, will not apply, but it's still whatever. It's not gonna be the end of the world, and apparently we're gonna still deal a lot of damage. Nice. I don't know what I was looking at the mic as if it was the camera. The camera's up there. I'm sorry. Very stupid, I know. Boss mode, we're just gonna go with whoever is next, which is Madeline Pryor, since you know I almost used her earlier. This is pretty cool that she gets her turn. Very good, very good. But man, we've gotten very far in this game. Like, we don't have a lot of characters left at tier 2 at this point. I think it's like 22, and it's low. It's a low enough number that you can actually see them all on one screen when you're checking like the characters in game. So it's very cool. I mean, obviously, even less of them would be even better. I just don't care. I want to have no more tier 2s at all. That would be fun, I think. But it's gonna happen at some point. Might even take a while, though. You never know. Might just, especially like with the less we have still at tier 2, the less options they have to work with, because they are going to be forced to update through like a specific update just to get rid of those characters and get like them upgraded. Which, whatever, they can deal with it. I don't care. It's their problem. But yeah, it's just all I'm trying to say is that it might take a while. That doesn't affect us getting like level 80s and tier 4s though, so that's very inconsequential, you would say. There we go, that was easy. I don't think I even used the awaken skill. Get rid of the rumble. Ice element attacks won't work. Cool. Let's go with sentry. Nice. There's something I have to do. I mainly have been just working on the file to, you know, progress with like the raise request. But like it there is something that I have to actually work on the website. I have to make sure that there are some certain elements that they require. I mean, it's not like they have to be there, but like they are gonna score us anyway. So like the less stuff is missing, the better it is. But it's very annoying because again, it does involve doing more than I'm supposed to do. To be honest, I will try to do the minimum necessary. Like, for example, one issue is that while I can't actually get those pages to show up, they're just going to be like the international pages. They're not going to have anything specific to Albania, which is fine. I don't think they even require that. But they have, for example, like a contacts section or contact us section, and it's like the wrong person. It's a different number. So what I was thinking is, if I can't figure out how to add the one that's prepared already for the contact person that is supposed to be there, at the very least I can just remove the contacts us section altogether, and I think I would be fine with that, just to add as many of those pages that were requested as possible. I think that's like gonna be my mission at first, and then later on I will be maybe working on seeing if I can re-add like a character, sorry, the section there, um, for the right people. But again, wouldn't hold my breath. I just really don't really care. I did the rotation backwards, by the way. It's muscle memory. I've done it wrong for like a really long time, so that's why. But yeah, I would just make sure to like be compliant, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, I would definitely suggest that he gets someone like a marketing person to actually handle that. I kind of mentioned it, but like since last time he was like, I don't know, previous guy would do it for me, so I was like, okay, sure, I can do it too, but definitely not gonna do it the right way or like the best way. Okay, let's see our battery build at tier 4. Look at that. He still damage blocked us because, of course, actually, technically, no, they don't have. It's not the floor that has a chance of getting immunity to energy damage. So I'm not really sure why that happened, but I think it's just Black Dwarf with his immunity. It's fine. I'm not actually gonna change uniforms, by the way. Like going from uniforms to no uniform just to see the difference. I'm not really gonna do that. So don't really hold your breath about that. Sorry, but like I'm just not doing it. Like I'm not really gonna use that guy with the old uniform anyway. If I am gonna use him with the old uniform, it's gonna be just as a support character. He's not actually gonna attack at all. So to me, it doesn't really matter what that uniform looks like at tier 4. I'm really sorry. Well done, Professor X. He's already done, so we can keep going to the next floor. Boss mode here. I'm going to use a combat type, and that's going to be Namor. And there we go. So I'm not exactly sure if it is the cards that have made these clears just go very fast. I mean, it really depends what you mean by that, because like last time, for example, it felt like some characters were taking quite long to make a clear actually happen. Like in this case, for example, but Namor's been slow in some cases, right? So I'm not exactly sure if it's because of the cards or if he's actually getting faster, but it feels like, I don't know, I'm expecting a lot, so it feels like my characters aren't doing as much as they should. I don't know. Definitely something that has been kind of bugging me because I have no specific way of like figuring out how much better my account is. So yeah. But yeah, like at the same time, it feels like I'm keeping this trend of being able to clear floors very fast much longer. Because before, if I don't remember wrong, you would get to a point where you wouldn't actually clear the floors as fast anymore. It would still be fast because like you would still have tier 4s and stuff, but not like 3-4 seconds fast, right? This guy does take long. That's, let's say, 50% him maybe being trash and 50% me not knowing his rotation at all with this uniform. I never really even bothered checking. So it's fine. I did tier 4 him, which is funny, right? Like I have a tier 4 character that I got to tier 4 as soon as like he dropped just because he's mutant, but I didn't bother to even figure out his rotation. I know. Oh well. I mean, no rage, so I didn't really care enough to even bother. Uh, which is my fear about Emma as well, right? Like she also doesn't, or she's also not gonna get a judgment either. So, plus a lot of people say that most of these uniforms were bad. Emma is more of a PvP character. I still would go with a judgment if I could, but like even if I do get a judgment, it wouldn't go to her. So for a while, Emma is just still gonna suck on my account, so it's fine. It's fine. I'm actually gonna tier for her, just like I've done with a lot of other cases, which has been just mainly to be done with it. I'm sorry, but like basically that's it. Um, It really sucks though. I wish, like, at this point, I need 3 judgments. I need specifically 3 judgments to have everybody like all decked out. That would be one for Human Torch, one for Apocalypse, who I just used right now, and one for Emma Frost. If I forgot anyone, I'm sorry. I guess I haven't. I didn't remember because like maybe I haven't really thought about them for a long time. But yeah, judgment wise, I think that's all I would need. Rage obviously applies to every character, so my needs would be much higher there. It really sucks. I have no clue what the best rotation would be for this guy. He always feels pretty weak, especially with like in AOBL where I tested him, so whatever. And plus, he would actually end up getting a better team than the team with Moon Knight, so I still don't get how he does so much worse. I mean, again, I do get it. It's a bad character, right? So there's not really much to think about. That's how it is. But it just really sucks. Um, as you know, for a while I've been trying to work on like changing my ISP, mainly just so that I could get like a faster internet connection, especially since that also affects like the amount of upload you get. But I very recently figured out or found out that even like the biggest ISP in Albania, which is like the one that provides it to everybody else, uh, doesn't do unlimited network data, right? They have a cap, even them, and a lot of other ones as well. Even one that I actually was very happy about because they would provide a modem that would support that speed without any problem. So I was very happy about that. But then turns out they also have a limit, so it really sucked. Uh, Even the one that I had as a backup option, which I was gonna try to convince to also allow me to get a modem, or their modem that supports. Holy shit, cats are fighting very badly. Very hard, I guess. What's going on? Like she screamed. Wow. But like yeah, like even they uh have a limit, so I'm not even gonna bother with them either. So turns out of every ISP in Albania, the only one that doesn't have a limit at all is Vodafone, is the one that I have the connection with right now. It really sucked because for like almost a month I had this issue where they said it's like very broad and everybody has had it now, which really sucked because that meant I would have issues the whole time. That affected how much I would stream as well, by the way, for like Battlefield and stuff, because it would happen when I normally would want to be streaming Battlefield when they would be playing. It seems like it's been sorted. I haven't had it in quite a long time, so hopefully that was it. But this is the only ISP in everywhere in Albania that does not have a data limit. So yeah, when I say a data limit, it doesn't work like in the sense where you actually get like pretty much that's it, your package is over and you can't access the internet anymore. It works more in the sense of you hit your data limit, now your download and upload speed is just going to be super trash. So obviously that's a huge hard pass for me, to be honest. I'm really sorry, but like that's not happening. So instead, I have a question before I continue. Why do I have such a small amount of characters left? Have I made some sort of mistake? Have I used like 3 characters per floor on the first 35 floors or something? What? What is going on? I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. Okay, I'm stupid. I had actually sorted it by villains, and I was like, why do I have only like 5 characters? Okay, that scared the hell out of me. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. That's not gonna happen again. It will. You know it will. I am stupid, and I will be stupider in the future as well. But yeah, like turns out that's the only ISP I can go with. The only annoying part about that is there's 2 problems at this point. At the moment, they don't mind providing modems that support the speed, right? But they don't have those modems yet. So problem number 1. Problem number 2, they do not have a 2.5 gigabit package, because that's what I would want to go with. They have a 10 gigabit one, which the other ISPs I talk to have both, but obviously I wouldn't need a 10 gigabits package. That's pretty dumb. So they don't have a 2.5 gigabit package. That really sucks. That's what I would want to get, actually. So yeah, it would be very expensive. Like it's almost like maybe $80 or maybe more every month, and for Albania that's super expensive. Yeah, it's not really happening, but it would be nice if they could do that. If that's basically what I'm waiting for right now, because if they had that package, I wouldn't even have to wait, since it's the same ISP. Even though my contract is not over yet, I could upgrade the contract, right? I could be like, yo, I want to pay you guys more. So it's not considered like a breach of contract. Not breach of contract, but it's not considered like you breaking off that contract and you have to pay a fine or a fee. Instead, it's just considered an upgrade. So they're totally fine with letting you do that. But yeah, like that's one thing that would be very nice if they actually had that available, like 2.5. That would be amazing. I was also getting tempted to get like the 7, like the very expensive one, but obviously it would be super dumb. But like, yeah, if they had the 2.5, I could just upgrade immediately. I could get the modem or whatever and just start enjoying the new speeds, right? But no, sadly, I'll have to wait. I'll ask them again next month. I am actually pretty persistent and annoying, so I most likely will just contact them once in a while. And most likely that once in a while is gonna be like once a month. Let me get hit here because I'm doing crap damage. Much better now. Damn, that made a huge difference, by the way. But like, yeah, I'm very persistent. I'm just gonna annoy them the whole time. Something else that I found out. So I know that my contract with this same ISP, they obviously it's Vodafone, so they also do mobile data and stuff. That's who I have my phone number with. I used to have it with a different one. I used to think that it was the reason why I had like issues with data, but it turned out it was that phone right there that I'm using the camera off. So I had issues even with this company, but then I just upgraded my phone, so I was fine. But yeah, I used to pay the other company like, I don't know how much is that, about $18 at the time, which now would be like $20 or something like that. But now that I checked, like the cheapest one of those options was like $25 if it was with that value, or about $27-$28 now. I was like, holy hell. That has changed and I cannot go back to them anymore. So there is a cheaper version of the one that I have right now, which is like basically unlimited data, which is 500 gigs, right? But they have a 200 gig one, which is also slower speed, but even with the faster speed, I was not really getting much. So I might end up going with that. So at the moment, I would pay like $30 with the old value, but like, which is more like $35 or $36, something like that now. And it's gonna be 23, which should be like 25-ish dollars now, which still is quite a lot of money, but I do need my internet and my stuff, you know. So it's still gonna be a bit cheaper, but I was hoping I would get it to be much cheaper. I'm gonna see if I can get them to give me some sort of offer or like a good discount. I'll see. Maybe I could, especially like if I change company, like I will try both. I will tell them, look, my contract is ending. What are you gonna offer me? Like, can you offer me this one but cheaper, or do I have to go to the other brand? And at the same time, I'm gonna contact the other brand and be like, so what are you gonna offer me so that I can come to you guys? Because I don't want to be paying like that much money. It used to be much cheaper, so you guys just keep raising your prices, and maybe I'll get something. Maybe like worst case, I'll just get the cheaper one from the same company I have right now, because it is technically cheaper than the two now, which is super weird. Like Vodafone has always been the most expensive one, and now the other brand is more expensive. And maybe, I don't know, like it is nice to just keep the same brand, so, or the same company for both. So if I just keep staying with Vodafone, if I can get like a discount on that, it would be nice. And if hopefully soon they can also make the internet at home thing happen, that would be amazing. If they could do that, like if they give out like a new package which is going to be 2.5 gigs, like 2.5 gigabit download and whatever the upload would be, that would be great. And if they give you like a modem that would have Ethernet ports that do support that speed, that would be great. But apart from that, that would be like an easy way to set like situation for me to be in, because it would be the easiest one to set up for me. Because like I have a 2.5 gig port on my PC. My friend has a 2.5 gig port on his PC as well. My fiance doesn't really mind, and she doesn't really even use the PC that much, so it should be fine for her. Unless she wants to, I can find a 2.5 gig like PCIe card that I can add. I don't mind doing that. But apart from that, the only thing that I would need to upgrade at my house would be to buy like a hub, not a hub, like a switch. So I have a switch right now, like 5-port switch, gigabit port, that I'm using right now to like pretty much get the internet from the modem to my friend and to other routers that I have at home, plus to my fiance as well. But if we get the 2.5 thing, I would need to get 2.5 gig switch as well, and it has to be like 5 ports minimum. If more, then fine, but obviously depending on the price as well. But from what I could see, there were some fairly priced ones in AliExpress, so I would just go with that. To be honest, I don't care about getting like super expensive stuff. It's not like I'm running some sort of server here. The prices have gone kind of insane with like home office, let's say, setups, so that's been very annoying. So it's affected pricing for everything. But yeah, if I can get those, it should be fine. I would then be able to directly connect 2.5 gigabit for me. The only thing that would suck maybe is that I wouldn't be able to go directly 2.5 gigabit port on the modem towards my PC and then another port on the modem for the rest. I would need to go from the modem to the hub, and then from the hub to me as well. Because as far as I know, they only have one port of that speed. The rest are like gigabit ports. So not a huge issue. I would just need to have a longer Ethernet cable in the house. So that's fine. But yeah, it's doable. It just really has to happen. Like they really have to like give me that, like even put out that package first of all, and secondly have modems that do support that, or else it's just super stupid. There we go. We're getting there. Floor 101. If the other funny thing is that if that does happen, in the end I don't end up actually saving much money. Most likely I would end up just spending the same amount, or maybe a bit more. Because obviously well, maybe a bit less either way, but because I would spend a bit less maybe on. Sorry, I have to say that this is a bot. Okay. Would be nice if I could just delete a message. I don't think you can, but it would be nice if you could. Yay, right? I don't see if I can do that. Anyway, it's fine. Let's see, we need to use a villain here. In the end, I wouldn't really be saving much. I would spend maybe a bit less on like my mobile data and stuff, like for my phone bill, but then I would spend more for like the house internet. So, and it might be quite a bit more, not a huge amount more, but still, I would maybe end up still paying more than I pay now. So whatever, it's kind of worth it though. It would be much faster. There we go. Universal, nice. I feel it's very stupid that they actually have these like limits. If they didn't, I would really just want to go with the ISP that releases the internet for like every other ISP here. I don't know, it's just I kind of didn't hate how they were set up, like how their modems worked and everything like that. It just sucks that they have that limit, because they know very well that it's very stupid and it's on purpose so that you maybe go with like the higher package, or so that you maybe don't share your internet. But like the funny thing is that even though I share my internet, even if I wouldn't, I still end up spending like 5 terabytes of like data on this PC only a month. So like I don't know, what can I do? How do I end up using that internet connection if I'm just gonna reach that cap and just not be able to enjoy my good speed internet anymore? So like, for example, right, I have this PC, my fiance has her PC. Sure, she might not use it as much, but sometimes she does, right? I have my laptop, we have TVs that do connect to the internet, and mostly on TVs you're going to watch Netflix shows, so they will use a bit of internet. And obviously we have our phones, right? And phones can definitely use quite a lot of internet. If you're just staying on YouTube the whole time, or TikTok or whatever, you're going to use a lot of data. So here I'm not even like including my friend and his PC, right? Just on this PC alone, this the last 30 days, which most likely will be from the 8th of August till the 8th, so till today, I've used 3.228 terabytes, right? So like basically 3,228 gigabytes of data just from this PC, right? Like, it's funny. I'm actually seeing this right now, but the one that's been using the most amount of data for my PC has been the app that I use to stream the camera. So the camera that you're seeing right now is actually my phone, right? With the camera, and it's an app that allows you to use it as like use your phone as a camera for like your PC. And since my phone is pretty good and it's broken, I wouldn't really need it for anything else. I've been doing this, but since it's doing it wirelessly, it's using the internet, and it's used like half of it just to do this. So yeah, like I would get affected. It really would suck. So yeah, I'm not doing that shit. This guy felt a bit weaker, I guess. I don't know. Am I wrong, or is he weaker now? I'm just so confused. I really don't know if my card change was good or or bad. Um, let's go with I don't know. Let's go with Thanos, I guess. So yeah, that was just this PC. Imagine other like my laptop, my fiance's laptop as well. I forgot she has like a laptop as well. She also has a work laptop. If in case she needs to do some work, she will use internet in there as well. So yeah, it feels stupid for me to even like have to explain this, but man, it does. I like we do use a lot of data. Like it's super stupid. We wouldn't be able to use our internet at all. It's so funny. This webcam software uses more data than Parsec does. I mean, maybe it's because it's the last 30 days and it's been a long time since I used Parsec daily, right? So Parsec is like basically like TeamViewer or whatever, but it's supposed to be like within the house so that you can play your games that you might have on your PC, but play them on your phone or like a handheld or whatever. And it's very cool, right? And it's pretty good. You don't have like delays and stuff. It's like gaming oriented, so it works really well. But I've like installed a small app that allows me to put this PC and my laptop when I bring it at work to think that they're in the same LAN, like as if they're in the same house, and that still allows me to connect to my PC here at home, and it's still pretty good with latency. Obviously, it's not the best because obviously it's far, but it's still pretty good. Now the problem is that I just haven't used it as much anymore because I don't know, for some time I used to have issues. Plus I used to have this specific issue that I mentioned earlier. So I was like, I'm gonna have trouble anyway, so it's better if I just use my laptop for anything like the emulator and stuff. I was just using my laptop in the end. I might start going back to using Parsec again since like I haven't experienced the issue in a while. But it really sucks, man. Like imagine the amount of data that would have used. Because for now, I haven't used it, and I'm not sure how long it's been since I last used it, and that's why we've only used a small amount of data there. But imagine I keep Parsec connected the whole time, man. When I'm at work, right? I go to work. Maybe I go to work a bit late. I get there at like 9:20 or 9:30 at worst case scenario, right? And I set up my laptop there, my keyboard, my mouse, blah blah blah. I have like a couple of extra screens that I connected to, and like what I do is I go okay, Parsec on one of these monitors, and I just set this as my default since it's 1080p. I don't have to bother with changing the resolution from 4K to 1080 here, disable, enable HDR, stuff like that. Just set this as the main. It connects to this one. I can do anything I need from like my home PC, like connect, like use BlueStacks and stuff like that. Because while my laptop can definitely handle all that shit, it can get maybe loud or like the fan will like kind of ramp up. I don't want to annoy people and stuff. Plus, I don't want them to know that I'm, maybe doing something that requires a lot of power, which games do. But yeah, I've just avoided it for a while. But yeah, imagine that. Even when I'm not there, when I sometimes what I do is like in most cases what I do is like around lunchtime I just leave immediately, come back here home, I eat a bit, and then I sleep or whatever. But like still keep Parsec running. So Parsec is running for just a bit less than 8 hours every day, right? That's crazy. Even apart from that, sometimes I actually want to connect this like tablet. Technically, it's like a Surface Pro, like an old Surface, which really sucks because for some reason it doesn't actually run Parsec really well. It's gonna be very random. Sometimes it will run it well, other times it won't. It's very annoying, but I don't know how to fix it. I've tried. like sometimes I just keep this connected as an extra monitor, but because of those issues, I haven't used it. But like, imagine I wouldn't have those latency issues or those issues that it doesn't like decode the video very well or fast enough, and it creates these delays. If I didn't have those issues, I would just use this 24/7 as well. I would just leave it connected. So imagine the amount of data I would be using, man. It's just super stupid. Either way, doesn't matter. Their loss. I would have gone to them in a heartbeat. Obviously, I would wait for the contract to be done, which would be around December. But since they have these dumb limits, their limit is 3 terabytes, by the way, for the 2.5 gigabit package. It's 3 terabytes. I've used that amount already. Like, let's say 3 terabytes is an average for me, and it's just for this PC because it's from the last 30 days. So most likely on a 30-day sequence, I would hover around the 3 terabyte mark. Obviously, I've already surpassed it, and I would probably keep surpassing it the whole time, but I've seen it go like even to like 5 terabytes. If I've downloaded something, if I've done anything like that, obviously I've used a lot more data than normal. So yeah, which is something that I do. I constantly download shit. I don't know. I play games, so yeah, that shit requires internet. I watch a lot of like YouTube videos. I stream, right? Even though I'm not exactly sure if uploading affects your volume. I think it might not, but let's say best case it doesn't. It's still, I've reached that limit anyway. So yeah, it's super stupid. It doesn't make sense. It's obviously on purpose. It's just super annoying. We're almost done. I've done it pretty fast as a clear. Could have been even faster if I didn't stop midway to actually get those swords upgraded or the chests unlocked for like the story mode, even though we didn't really get anything, sadly. But yeah, I still think I've cleared it pretty fast this time. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I basically will just revive or reuse those characters in a bit. I don't think I have to just recover them just yet. It doesn't matter. The only thing that was affecting the amount of clears I had to do was the fact that I would not touch them until like the very end. I would use them on the last 4 floors, which is very stupid because that affects the amount of clears that you do. So that's why I was sometimes clearing one more floor than I had calculated. But now I don't care anymore. I just use them whenever it's their turn, and then I just revive them at the end. And that way I've never had issues. Perfect. I don't want to handle, not handle, but I don't want to bother with that. We're just gonna refresh because even the characters I'm gonna restore are not gonna be the type you would need. So I'll do that again. Yeah, we can use Iron Man here. Perfect. Man, did that game run like crap though, now that I think about it. Really sucked. Wow, look at the damage here. Isn't that amazing? Oh, tier 3 though. And she's gone. I don't know. Is that normal? Is that low damage? I have no clue. It's pretty high up, but he's a tier 4, so I don't know. Anyway, we're just gonna recover Battery Bill. And this time I said it would be Invisible Woman. She would be transcended, so she's down here somewhere. There she is. If I've already revived her before and I just revived her again, really sorry. I don't remember. The reason why I don't remember is because we got a lot of characters and I was supposed to, like, for example, revive Human Torch and Mr. Fantastic, which I did, and the next week I was supposed to revive or reuse Invisible Woman and the Thing, but instead we ended up getting the new update in which I had to revive or reuse Emma and Groot, and then yeah, now we have this where I have to reuse the rebuild. So for sure next week, just in case, I will reuse the Thing and Shala Ball, because as far as I remember, I also haven't reused Shala Ball. So yeah, unless something changes next or like next week's clear, where I have to revive or reuse someone else, that's what I'm gonna be doing. This is our last floor. He ends up getting a very easy one. Oh well, it is Shadowland. He's gonna end up getting these easy ones in future clears as well, so it's not completely wrong that we just end up clearing it anyway. Man, that freaking low damage though. I don't think it was low damage. I don't know why. Also, hello, Emma. Wait. I'm gonna try not to. Okay, no, never mind. I was checking because like she was just standing there and she started attacking. I was like, wait a second, is this a bug? Is she actually just gonna do autoplay right now and just keep clearing, keep attacking just until she clears it? But no. So that happened because I actually used the tier 4 ability or like the striker skill right as the timer was about to end. So she didn't actually get to hit. And I was like, oh shit, is that a funny new bug that I just found? But no, it's okay. They thought about it. Let me check something. I don't care about that. Whatever. I'll have to go to Thanos Vibs, the real MVP. Only they give you the information you want. Tier 4 costs. That's what I needed. Regular cost. So to tier 4 her, I am gonna have to zoom this in. I will need 1,500 soul and 800 carbonadium, so I should have a 700 surplus of soul. So the whole reason why I was doing this is because right now, as sad as that makes me, I am not gonna buy carbonadium to start upgrading her gears. I will buy soul so that we can get closer to that surplus that I have to have of soul for it to be easier for me to actually tier 4 her once I'm done with the gears, right? So if I keep that surplus on a good balance, when I'm done with the gears, I won't have an issue of having like the same amount of carbonadium and soul, right? Like I finish all my tier 4 materials, I only have like 100 left of each, and then I have to gather, I don't know, 800 carbonadium, but then I have to also gather 1,500 souls. That means even though I'm done with carbonadium, I have to wait even more days to get the souls I need. Instead, if I always work with a surplus, I'm always gonna have that surplus and will be able to gather the amount of materials that I need at the same time. And yeah, it's just much easier that way. So I'm just claiming whatever I'm seeing that I have missed. Okay, those are our rewards, and we're gonna go and open the chests from Shadowland, from which we will get nothing good, of course, but we already got what what we deserved thanks to the tier 4 materials we just bought. So can't complain. What can you do? But that's pretty much it, guys. As soon as we get all the rewards here, I'm gonna be out. It's 5:25 right now. It's not the worst. We started streaming almost at like 4 a.m. So yeah, just an hour. I think it was like an hour and 40 minutes, something like that. So that's a pretty quick stream, if I do say so myself. But yeah, for now, it's all been trash. Wow. Yeah, completely trash. I don't need any of that. Anyway, what can I do? Can't complain. It sucks, but it's fine. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining me. I know it was a very annoying time slot for the stream. I hope you didn't. I hope you don't mind that much. Obviously, it's going to be different in other cases, but that's pretty much it. I will have to leave right now. It's because I couldn't stream. I wouldn't be able to stream at the end of the week. So yeah, or throughout the weekend. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for being here. I'll see you guys next time. I hope the audio was fine. Just let me know later on the comments or whatever, or on Discord. Let me know if you had issues, and I can try to fix them. But for now, thank you very much for being here. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.